بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين شفيع المذنبين وخاتم النبيين نبينا وشفينا وحبيب قلوبنا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين شفيع المذنبين وخاتم النبيين نبينا وشفينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد وفرقانه الحميد: وهو أصدق الصادقين وقوله الحق. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. آمنا بالله وصدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Respected scholars, elders of the community of New York Jamaat, my brothers and sisters in Islam, Salamun alaykum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Indeed, I am honored to bring you the lectures online, be it online, and I have not been able to participate with you in the community because of the physical lockdown and the coronavirus pandemic. But inshallah, we will have an opportunity to be together virtually and be able to learn from each other and get benefits on these great nights as we enter the last few nights of the holy month of Ramadan. We are approaching those important nights, which are the nights of Qadr, the nights of spiritual journey, and the nights of transformation, where we get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this time, we look at our current situation, where the world is enveloped, it's encompassed in a cloud of fear and anxiety around the COVID-19 pandemic. Within this, we need to extract the energy from this blessed month to see this pandemic as an opportunity to gain a higher level of elevation towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see, many have analyzed this COVID-19 pandemic as a punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some have talked about it as a test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some as an awakening, and so on and so forth. However, if we were to understand the essence of the holy month of Ramadan and the principles of the Ahlul Bayt that have been taught to us, we will see this COVID-19 pandemic as an opportunity. Yes, as an opportunity. See, in Islam, when you talk about jihad, jihad is of two types. There is jihadul asghar, where the enemy is apparent. But then there is jihadul akbar, where the enemy is hidden. And sometimes it is seen as your own nafs. Fighting against your own nafs and your base desires is seen as jihadul akbar. There is, however, another level of jihad, where both asghar, jihadul asghar, and jihadul akbar coexist and intertwine and integrate in such a way that there is a mixture and combination of both the jihadul akbar and jihadul asghar. In jihadul asghar, you fight the apparent enemy, such as the fight that you have seen in the battlefield. But in jihadul akbar, you fight your hidden enemy, such as your nafs, and control of your nafs, and you refrain from the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you struggle in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this struggle in jihadul akbar is what is important, an ongoing struggle in life, which has been very highly recommended in Islam. However, there are certain times when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you an opportunity where the apparent enemy that you are fighting from is there, but the real enemy is actually hidden from within the apparent enemy. In the case of Karbala, for example, the apparent enemy was Yazid and his ideology. Umar ibn Sa'd, ibn Ziyad, and Shimmer and all of these people, they were all Muslims. But the real enemy was something that was hidden within their personalities, and it was their ideology, the ideology of the attachment to this dunya, their greed, their materialism, and their individualism. This ideology has an effect on the nafs of an individual. Here, a victory in the battlefield will not achieve your goal because the enemy is hidden. You cannot defeat this enemy unless you make a sacrifice, the way Abu Abdullah al-Hussein made a sacrifice. The essence of jihad, therefore, are in two things. The essence of Jihad al-Akbar are in two things. They are in struggle and in sacrifice. And you will see that is what Abu Abdullah al-Hussein does in the fields of Karbala. He presents this opportunity to people and asks for their total commitment, their struggle, and their sacrifice to his mission. Some leave him. Some offered him horses and swords and money, but they say that we will not accompany you. These individuals did not grab onto the opportunity that was presented by Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. They let it go. But then there were others who selected and gave their hearts to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. They fought the higher jihad, the Jihad al-Akbar. This opportunity then becomes a means for us to change our lives and transform our hearts. If you take our current situation and see it as an opportunity, then in these times we have to see and feel the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have to feel and see His presence and feel His presence and witness the great nights of Qadr as we approach them. And so similarly, the COVID-19 pandemic has a component of Jihad al-Asghar and Jihad al-Akbar intertwined in it. The virus is the hidden enemy, and therefore it must be fought on all fronts. And that fight against this hidden enemy, which is the virus, becomes an opportunity for us. The component of the Jihad al-Asghar, if you want to call it, and even parts of Jihad al-Akbar intertwined, you will see in the front line, on the hospital wards, in the emergency rooms, in the ICUs, in the nursing homes and long-term care facilities. But Jihad al-Akbar especially is where all of humanity and these frontline workers can come together in fighting this hidden enemy. It is particularly important for the believers. There will be those who will run away from this virus, like those who ran away from Abu Abdullah al-Hussein's mission. There will be those who will want to live their life in their normal materialistic life. They will still attend to large gatherings. They will not pay any attention to infection control measures. They will not practice physical distancing. They'll not really be careful about washing their hands and so on and so forth. But others will look at this as an opportunity and a means to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will struggle and give their sacrifice, and they will do it only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the front line, you will have the frontline workers, the doctors, the nurses, the social workers, the allied healthcare workers, all of them in the front line, doing their part to combat this hidden enemy. But then there is others, there are all the other believers who have to play their part and take this as an opportunity to support them. And that support is a form of Jihad al-Akbar. Practicing social distancing, isolation, quarantine, helping seniors in the community, doing groceries for them, providing mental health support. developing online strategies, making sure that the vulnerable have medications. All of the system that communities put together is in their way of fighting this hidden enemy and participating in this jihad ul-Akbar. All doing their part to struggle and fight the hidden enemy and sacrificing their lives in order to combat this hidden enemy. Regular people working and struggling to save society and preserve humanity. And by doing our part, the struggle and sacrifice, we do that by reflecting the names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala within ourselves to the best of our capacity. If Allah is merciful in this global pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, we now need to reflect and manifest mercy in ourselves. If Allah is kind, then we need to reflect that name of kindness within ourselves. If Allah is generous, then the challenge is how generous are we in this pandemic? And if Allah is forgiving, then how forgiving are we in this pandemic as we practice lockdown within our own homes? As we manifest these names within ourselves, we elevate ourselves and ascend to the proximity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is important for Allah is what is our effort. Allah says, leave the outcome to me. The outcome is my issue. What I want to see is when you are faced with an opportunity like this, when you have to change and transform your lives overnight, I want to see what is your effort. What are you going to do in manifesting my names and attributes and ascend towards my proximity? That's the opportunity and the challenge in this particular holy month of Ramadan. To see our faith not just as a superficial practice of rituals, but make this into a practice where the essence of Islam is something that we live in our day-to-day lives amidst this anxiety and fear and uncertainty of this COVID-19 pandemic. The Holy Prophet, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Hadith, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was asked about the plague. And this word of plague in this hadith is symbolic, symbolic for a pandemic or an epidemic. Look at what this is not a punishment for the believers. The plague or the pandemic is not a punishment for the believers, but it is a mercy, a rahmah for the believers. Then the Prophet says something beautiful. He says, for the person who is surrounded by the epidemic or the pandemic, and he stays in his city or town, and he observes sabr and forbearance, and if he does it only for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he knows that he will not get anything out of this except for what Allah has written for him. He is only doing it for the pleasure of Allah, and he knows that there is nothing else in it for him except for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and what Allah has written for him. Then the Holy Prophet says that this person will actually have the status of a shaheed, the status of a martyr. You know, on Ziyarat al-Warisa, we always, every Thursday we recite this beautiful ziyarah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, and we say, Ya laytani kuntu ma'akum, fanafudha fawzan azima. We say to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, O Abu Abdullah, if only I had been there with you on the fields of Karbala, then I would have given my own sacrifice and been with that caravan of love. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that from time to time, I'm going to provide you with this opportunity. And the providing you with this opportunity is a way to see who amongst you will take this opportunity and truly reflect those virtues of mercy, those virtues of kindness of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, and actualize this statement of Ya laytani kuntu ma'akum. If only I was there with you, O Aba Abdullah. The frontline workers can do it in their own way in the hospital wards, in the ICUs, in the emergency rooms. But all of us can do it by doing our part in supporting and saving lives and preserving humanity. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to gain the status of a martyr, the status of a true shaheed, by fighting this hidden enemy, which is the hidden virus in this COVID-19 pandemic, and reflecting the names of Allah within us, and by so doing, raising and elevating ourselves, ascending towards the proximity of Allah as we reach the peak of this month, as the month tomorrow starts to go into those beautiful nights of Laylatul Qadr. We reach that peak where we should have transformed ourselves in such a way that we are now ready to say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I have taken this journey in order to get proximity to you, O Allah. Wassalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
السلام عليك يا رسول الله. السلام عليك يا نبي الله. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا سيد الوصيين. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين أيها الشهيد بكربلاء. السلام على 9 المعصومين من ذريتك علي بن الحسين زين العابدين ومحمد بن علي الباقر وجعفر بن محمد الصادق وموسى بن جعفر الكاظم وعلي بن موسى الرضا ومحمد بن علي التقي الجواد وعلي بن محمد النقي الهادي والحسن بن علي العسكري. السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والأمر والزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان. الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وجعلنا من أنصارك وأعوانك ورحمة الله وبركاته.